Okay, gonna kind of break the mold of what I normally do here, guys. Generally, if I get a new product in or something like that, I don't give a recommendation for or against it until I've used it for a while. You know, it only makes sense. I mean, you want to give a fair assessment of it. But I'm gonna break the mold on that now. You know, and I'm not talking about like an accessory you put on a gun or something like we did with the side saddle, you know, put that on there, or I'll give an overview. I'll always do a follow-up later on, but I'm going to give a recommendation on something that I've had for a day and a half because it's already sold me. Okay, so follow along with me. If you've watched my channel for a while, you already know that with the exception of a few like specialty holsters, like I have a Galco pocket holster I use, a Black Hawk ankle holster. My wife has a harness shoulder holster for, it's made by, I think, Ready Holster. It's really adjustable for her. It's nylon. She likes it. With the exception of that, guys, we pretty much exclusively use crossbreed holsters, and we have for about 3 years. A little over 3 years, actually. And the reason being is they work. They work for us. And so at the time, there was not a lot of people that made those hybrid type holsters. I mean, you had Comtac was out there. They have a couple of designs. There was a company called, I think, Holster that was out there, and I've tried both of those. And the product was fine. It was well made. It just wasn't for me. Didn't work for me. And the company was great, and the products are good. So if you're using one of those and you like it, great. There's nothing wrong with that. They're good places. They're good holsters. But I kept coming back to the crossbreeds because they work for us, and they've been good to us. And so they just, I know since then in recent years, there's a lot of other companies that come out with similar designs. White Hat is one that comes to mind. I think DeSantis makes one called a King Tuck that's very similar to that design. And I'm sure they're fine, guys. I'm sure that they work really good. I just have not had a chance to try those. If I ever get an opportunity to try one of those, I'll do it. But we stuck with the crossbreeds. But I've always wanted what I call a quick solution. Now, what I mean by that is this. How many times you've been in a situation where you know, you need to run somewhere and you don't feel like fidgeting with your holster, putting it in, you grab your gun, you stick it in your waistband and you go. I've done it. I did it as little as a week ago. And while that works, if your belt's pretty snug, I mean, it's really not the safest way to carry. You know, you get the gun jabbing you in the side, and as Pete says, you're a bigger guy, jabbing you in your fat rolls and everything else. It does that, and then you take it out, gun's all sweaty if it's hot, and you gotta wipe it off, or it'll rust and all that. It's just a hassle. I mean, it's not a good way to do it, but sometimes you need to grab it, go. I always wanted one of those. And I've seen the other little sheaths, like I think Mike's or Uncle Mike's makes some that you stick them in, and you end up fidgeting with it more than you do just leaving it alone. The gun stays better by itself. Well, oh man, I guess it's been a little over a year ago, or around a year ago, I came across a channel called Shotgun Shanny. And she had these little holsters on there she was talking about, and at some point, and here it is. It's Remora. It's made by Remora, and that's all it is. Little flat sheath type holster. And she was really talking about it. I didn't pay much attention to them. It's like, I've seen stuff like that before. It's not for me, you know, whatever. But then, not too long ago, I was still looking for a solution like that. My buddy Anthony that lives down in Florida, it's PR Chico 520. He's got a couple of these that he's gotten, and he really likes them. He did a good review on them. And then E-Bommy, which is Eric, he's done a couple of videos, and he's got a few of these, and he really likes them a lot. Now, these two guys, I trust their opinions, guys, because I've been watching them for a long time. I've known them for a while. Never known them to lead anybody in the wrong direction. So got me thinking, said, well, maybe I should look at one of these things because I need a quick solution. So I ordered one, and it came in Friday, and I opened it up, took it out of the package, and it's like, okay, yeah, this is, I mean, I didn't think much of it. But one thing I did notice is the texture on it. It's a rubberized texture. I'm like, man, that feels like it at least would grip. So let's try it out. So I got this for my XD40, and here it is. Okay, so slid this thing in, fit in nice and tight, and I was like, okay. Well, at least it fits the gun good. Let's find out. So I put this thing in and I wore it around. Had it on for a few hours. Got in the truck, went down to the store, went to Lowe's, walked around. Guys, it never moved. It stayed put. Even when I was wearing it in the truck, I was wearing it pretty much canted like this. I could feel the grip, but it wasn't jabbing me in the side. It was pretty comfortable. I didn't feel this part of the gun. Okay. And this has the sweat shield on it, so definitely recommend that to keep it off of you. But I was impressed. It never moved. What really impressed me was this. Yesterday afternoon, decided to work out in the yard. Well, when I work in the yard, guys, I wear sweatpants. All right? And it's like, okay, let's just find out. So I grabbed this thing, I put it on my hip. Folks, this thing stuck to my ass like a tongue on a frozen flagpole. It never moved with sweatpants on. And it was hot out there, guys. I mean, upper 90s, humidity's through the roof. I had the fat sweat going, and it was just, you know what fat sweat is, right? You see people in Lowe's or Walmart or whatever walking around, and normal people look fine. Huffy people get that trail of sweat down the middle of their back and on the front, coming right down between in the middle of their chest, their collar. Yeah, that's fat sweat. You had that going on in big time yesterday. Bill and Pete have so much fat sweat they sell it to companies and labs for testing. That's how they develop antiperspirant. Anyway, but back onto this, guys. It never moved, and I mean I was literally sweating like a newborn baby. It never moved. It stayed right there. My sweatpants didn't slip down or nothing. It didn't pull. It stayed put. That was enough to tell me that this is a product very worthy of being used. Now, is it going to replace my primary in the waistband carry? No, I don't see it doing that. But in a quick, like when I go to work, they don't like you wearing firearms inside work where I work. So I can take this, I can put it inside my truck, inside my safe that I have in my truck, and I get ready to go out or something, because I come and go all day long. I can grab this, throw it in my waistband, and I'm good to go. All right, it's real quick to put in, and it just stays. And that way I'm armed. I don't have to worry about it. So, guys, if you're looking for a quick solution or another option or something very similar to what I was just talking about, Remora. I will put a link to Remora holsters down in the description, because they made a believer out of me in a day and a half. And like I said, I mean, it feels good. It holds your gun good. They've got a couple of different styles, but just whatever style you're looking with, a sweat shield is the one I'm sold on, because that's what I got in my hands. And I will be saving up to get one or two more of these. I really, I'm high on these. I believe this is a good product. Now, in honor of E-Bommy and his AR-15 giveaway, which is getting better and better and better. He's got another update coming. I'm going to do something that I don't normally do. Now, E-Bommy will understand this better than the rest of you, because I had him look for a certain beer for me at one time, because I'm not a beer drinker. I don't like the taste of beer. Almost a 48, 49-year-old guy, I don't like the taste of beer. But I'm not a beer drinker. But I'm going to drink this in honor of E-Bommy and his contest. Now, this is what they used to call a Miller Pony. And so I don't even know if this is a good beer or not, but we're going to suck this down. And my wife used to drink these a few years ago, several years ago, probably about 20 years ago. She'd get to drinking these things and get out on the riding lawnmower. That was quite comical. Wish I had a video camera back then. Yeah, just don't care for the taste of beer much, guys, but there it is. So E-Bommy, cheers for your contest. Cheers for your review on this holster. And you too, Anthony, I appreciate it. And that's all I got, guys. See you later.